Hey Dan, I wanted to shoot a video here of the mighty Lake Superior, which is the largest and deepest lake, at least on our continent, also the coldest, and show you a little bit. Out there, that island right there is the one we swam to this morning. We're actually staying in those brown condos over there. It even has a boat slip in case we brought a boat, which we didn't. But I want to show you something that's actually rather funny. So here we go. I'm going to start walking out into the water. Here I am walking out. So anyway, I'll tell you about the swim as I walk. I did it in 58 minutes and seconds. I'm not sure how many seconds, but you can get on the website. You can search for point to La Point swim, and that'll at least get you into the website. You'll be able to see the results. But I did it in 58 seconds and change, and that was 31st overall. There was about 200 swimmers, and now notice I'm still walking. That's where we were. So anyway, 31st overall and 10th in my age group. Now the funny thing about the 40 to 49 age group is that the winner of the swim did it in 45 minutes and some seconds, and he was 32. Second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth place were all taken by 40 to 49 year olds. So the funny thing about that, here we are, we're still walking, 2 minutes into it, is that I think that what happens at that age is that you realize that you now have the time and certainly have developed the discipline over life to be able to do, to be able to really focus on it. So I find that there's a little bit more focus and intensity and competition in that 40 to 49 age group. Yes, I'm just trying to make myself feel better. Thanks for saying it. But anyway, it was a good race. The water was about like you see it. Pretty calm, and actually it's really quite warm. It's usually in the low 60s. It was actually almost 70 degrees today, which was perfect. So anyway, here we are. We're still walking out. We're now, 2:49 into this. Still walking. There's shore. Now mind you, they say this is the deepest lake. I'm not so sure. There's Wayne. There's Clay. So anyway, you can see we're pretty far out. Almost 200 yards? And I'm still only up above my knees. So when I came out here to swim on Thursday, when we first got here, I thought I would just come out for, just kind of a work the kinks out swim. And I started walking out into the water, and it's like, well, crap, how far do I have to go before it's actually deep enough to swim? Well, I guess we'll find out, won't we? The water's also exceedingly clear. But, anyway, it was a really good swim. The people were great that were involved. Glenn and Boris and Dan and Kathy and Rich all came up and swam. The water, like I said, was just absolutely gorgeous. But, so it's really hard to compare time, to say, well, this 2 mile swim I did it slower than that other 2 mile swim, because the problem is the swim's more than 2 miles. It's like 2 miles, 2.2 miles or 2.1 miles. Plus, when you start adding in your navigation, it's anybody's guess as to how long it was. So you've got navigation, you've got current, you've got what?
Still dead.
Still dead, Clay says. You've got current, you've got, wind and waves and surf and, so every swim is different. So the only really way you can compare is by comparing it to last year's swim. So I guess I will swim next year. Okay, now here I am out. How far is that? How far out are we? 300 yards? So I'm almost a quarter of a mile out. It was starting to get deeper, and now here we are again, where the water's only up to my hoo-hoo, and I'm still walking. So it's just, I don't know, I think I talked a little bit last year about Lake Superior and how, I don't know, and seductive is not quite the word, but almost seductive it was. It's just, you know, you think about how many people have died in this lake, and how, you know, beautiful it is and deep it is, and how wonderful it is on a day like this, and how scary it is in November. One funny thing though is that I'll turn on this way. The ferry schedule, it runs from what do they call it? Like from breakup through May, it has a set schedule. So breakup, I thought maybe you had to, like, you know, break up with your girlfriend or something in order to ride it, but it's when the ice breaks up. Because in the winter, they actually will drive right across the river over to the ramp where you'll drive up onto Madeline Island. So anyway, so if you want to Google, if you don't mind, you can see where we're at. You know, Bayfield, Wisconsin, and then all of these islands out here are called the Apostle Islands. That big one right there is Madeline Island. That one right there is called, you see it? It's called Long Island. Although it's actually not an island anymore. It used to be, but it's filled in between the island and the mainland, where it actually ends up connecting with Michigan. So way over in the distance, I don't know if it's too hazy today to see, but that's Michigan way over there. So anyway, it really is just a gorgeous spot up here. Water's obviously a lot warmer than it was last year. So obviously I've stopped walking, but you know, I'm about up, not even up to my belly button yet. Although I gotta tell you, my arm's getting tired of holding the damn camera up. So still see how clear that water is. No, that's not pee, thank you. Anyway, so this is what we've been doing mainly for the last hour. We've been throwing frisbee out here in the lake and cornholing. Not at the same time, but I'll do a little video of the cornhole boards later that I built. But we've actually been cornholing a lot at home because Karoo really likes it. So anyway, this is Bayfield, Wisconsin, and that's my story. From Bayfield, still dead.